my name is Nicole. I am the founder and editor-in-chief of Epifania. It's the lifestyle magazine that created this event. We're going to have a couple more people come in, but we wanted to get started not too late. So I have met all these women in different places in my life, and I thought they just all had interesting stories, so I invited them to be part of this first female founders event. This is our first time putting this together, so thank you all for being the first guest here. Thank you. I really appreciate it so much. So if you are on Snapchat, we do have a filter, so swipe and you guys will see our filter. Please use it.
How's everyone doing tonight? Excellent. Yay! Well, I'm really excited to be here, so thank you everyone for coming out. My name is Yvette.
Didn't I meet you when you were wearing one of her shirts? Entrepreneur Her?
No, I don't have one. I have the
Girls Hustle Harder. I saw that. When I met Nicole actually at Startup Grind last year, we were invited with Women in Tech.
last year, it was February.
Oh, God, okay, sorry. It was February. And so we met and she was wearing that shirt. So, hey, I like your shirt, by the way. That's cool. Nice to meet you.
I gotta get one myself.
You do? All right. Talk to you later. Hi, my name is Elisabeth South. I'm the owner of SouthHaus Group. It's a creative agency. It's a one-stop shop that handles everything from creating your website design to handling your social media. We have a great mobile app development department. We do copy for website. We basically wanted people not to have to go to one place to get their website done and have another place handle their social media and have another place do their videos, because you want to have a consistent look. When people meet you, they meet you online for the first time, even in personal relationships nowadays. And we want to make sure that all of that is cohesive, everything from your website that looks professional, it's working, it loads fast, that people are going to stay on your website, you're going to have interesting content, and your social media is going to be awesome and hot and trending, and you're going to know what needs to be hashtagged, because we take care of all that for you. Now, I never expected ever to be in tech. I was a voiceover artist. So I worked behind a little microphone in a padded room, and I did all sorts of voices. Well, if you want me to talk like this, I could do that too. I loved it. It was a great time. But I had my mentor of a very long time pass away. And after that happened, I didn't really see myself being able to continue what I was doing. And I needed to do something different. So I took what I knew from working behind the scenes and creating an image and entertaining people, and started a tech company and a creative agency, and I ended up here. So it's funny how life takes you on a journey sometime and you don't expect it, but I'm glad I ended up here.
Well, thank you for being with us tonight. Oftentimes, the word tribe is being thrown around in media these days, so maybe one or two of you can share a little bit, a story about your tribe or your community that has helped you in your personal growth as an entrepreneur with your business.
You don't have a lot of time to call your friends up and talk when you're working in tech and in everything else, so you have to find a way to create business sometimes, even in your personal relationships, to find time to make that. And so when that forces you to do that, you really expand your circle in ways you wouldn't have otherwise, because it's not just about being nice or saying hi or grabbing coffee. It's about needing to learn more, needing to reach out, needing to connect, and finding out what other people have to offer around you that you might have never known.
Elizabeth, do you have any recommendations for the crowd on how to successfully build a tribe? Maybe in a sentence?
To build a tribe, it's like anything else. It's like just going about your daily activities. It's not one thing is going to be like, ooh, now me and this person are great friends. Ooh, they're going to use me for everything. Oh, they love me. It's about consistency and about connection and about showing respect, and just, I don't know, if you have a free moment, you see somebody is, down the street on Facebook, checked in somewhere, and you're near there, hey, I'm going to come by and say, hey, what's up? I haven't seen you in so long.
Yeah. People work with people who they like.
Very true.
A lot of people view entrepreneurs as this glamorous job that they dream and aspire to have, but there's a lot of challenges involved with that. So perhaps one of you can share a story about a failure that has led to a success.
I guess my biggest failure would have been the way I used to handle my clients. And so that's going to be a big general overall failure. Because what I used to do was, look, I'm a people pleaser. I want everyone to be happy with what I do. I work really hard to make their Instagram look really cool. I take great photos, I edit it. I know the hashtags, I know the geofencing for everything we need to do. And when I have a client say, well, I don't like the way the light hit the side of my face, and they're like 1/10 of the photograph, I want to scream and say, are you kidding me? Like, look at your numbers here, it's great. My failure was I was trying too hard to make everybody happy all of the time and giving them all my time, and by the end of the day, I had no time left for myself. So my company was doing okay, but Elisabeth was not doing okay. I was not getting enough sleep, I was irritable, I couldn't think straight, and I was ready to go off on my clients that didn't understand the hard work that I was creating for them. So then my roommate here said, Elisabeth, you should put on special holiday hours and work hours and rush orders. That way you're not at dinner at 7 o'clock at night. And they're like, hi, Elisabeth, we need this by 6 in the morning, and I want everything to this angle. No, that's a rush order. You're going to pay me extra for that because my time is worth more. So my biggest failure overall has now become one of my greatest strengths. And I teach that. Actually, I was talking to a couple of the other ladies here about managing your time and making sure you're getting paid for your time, because it's so easy to be in a creative space and say, they're like, well, what did you do with the photograph? Well, did you see the before and after, and do you see your numbers and how people are responding and how many people are sharing this post? Okay, that's the work, that's what I got paid for. If you want it done faster, you're gonna have to pay me more. So that's, I guess, how I turn a failure into a success. Thank you.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes as entrepreneurs, we can just allow I'm guilty of it myself, allow our business to take over our lives, but that's no fun either. So maybe if you want to share an aspect of how you balance your life being an entrepreneur, being a business owner.
Well, I got really lucky. I can't say it's just all of me because my boyfriend owns a business, I have a company, our roommate has a company, so we all work from home. And you would think that would just be one big party or disastrous, but it worked marvelously because when you're there, you have people around you who are doing the same thing, and they're saying, okay, I need to go focus and do my stuff, or hey, I need to take a 1-hour break and we need to go play racquetball because I've got to blow off some steam, and then I can work till 10 o'clock because I have my own hours. So balancing is just about figuring out for you personally what schedule works best for you. Are you a night person? Do you like to do things in the morning better? What is your stress release? And incorporating that into your daily activity and having a full life, being able to love your life with your lifestyle and everything you do, because you're in a career hopefully because you chose it and nobody forced you or you didn't have anything better to do. So it's about having your career work best for you. And I can't say you need to do A, B, C because that's what works for me and it's going to work for you. I can sell a self-help book. Yay! It's about you personally and having to figure that out. So I think that finding your fun in the day and also making sure you get your list done.
Can you give an example of what your doing nothing is?
Of course, yeah, I wake up in the morning and the first thing I do is I go through and I have all the newsletters I subscribe to see what's going on inside social, what new changes are being made to Instagram, in the digital world, who's buying what, who's doing what, and what new apps are available. But I find that it's impossible to not learn a copious amount when you work with a new client. And anytime we have a new client, it may be a plastic surgeon, it may be a psychologist who's coming out with a new book. But each client has individual needs, desires, and goals. It's never cookie cutter. One client is so different from another. So each time it's a new learning process, learning who their customer base is and where I need to go to get that and how I need to how I can accomplish that. So anytime you're working with anybody new, take that as your opportunity to learn everything about what they do and how you can be the best for that client specifically.
Christine.
Okay. Well, it must have been sitting inside of a 2,000-year-old cave in Petra with my laptop.
Where's Petra?
Petra's in Jordan.
Wow.
Petra, so Lily and I, this is Lily over here, I keep referring to her. We do a lot of things together besides living together. we decided to take a road trip. And you were saying, sometimes you need to get away. Well, I get away, but I don't tell my clients, so I continue to work on really weird hours, waking up at 2 in the morning, maybe in Beijing. Hey, how are you doing? When you're like, had too much sake or something like that. But my biggest success, wait, no, that would have been in Japan. Sorry. But long day. It would have been sitting in this cave, and they had Wi-Fi there. I swear to God, and they had camels outside with everybody riding them, and I'm like, they have Wi-Fi here. This is crazy. and I'm posting stuff on social media, like, here's a camel, and I can do stuff for my other clients, and like, wow, your photos are looking so great. You have great stock photography. Where'd you get these? Well, I woke up, had breakfast, and I took a picture of the camel for you and posted it, so... that was when I realized this is success. That's when I felt this is success, because my whole life, I never was the type of person to want to maybe work in an office or anything else, which that's great, just didn't work for me. So when I found out that I could travel, I could do everything I always wanted to do, I could take my little Mac laptop with me anywhere and get Wi-Fi in funny corners of the world, I said, bing, success. So.
Congratulations.
Or the camel.
Yes.
So if anyone has any questions for any of the ladies in particular, or you can ask us as a collective group, we're open for questions.
Oh, right there. Hi. So this question is for anyone in the audience.
What did you
In the midst of following your dreams, did you guys all have side hustles, or did you just cut cold turkey, live off of savings, or did you become into more debt, or what allowed you to live your dream freely and passionately without going into, or maybe you went into debt, I don't know. But my question is, for someone who's looking to jumping into something that they feel passionate about financially, do they shack up with a friend, couch surf? Like, what advice would you give someone?
Well, when I was starting, I sure gave up my BMW. It's the closest thing I think I had to savings at the time. It's exactly what she said about figuring out what works for you, but up until I really had this company up and going, I always had 2 or 3 jobs. I got very little sleep, because if you want something better than you have to work harder and you have to work smarter. And the only way to learn how to work smarter is to work harder. And so you do need a little money in the bank, but you also need to have people around you that can support you. And hopefully when I say, I need a new client, I'm having trouble, I lost this client, or whatever happened, and you have friends say, you know what, I got a person who's looking for a website to be built, give them a call. So I would say your network around you of friends, especially friends in business, that's who I've reached out, because you can never just do anything on your own. Nobody who ever gets anywhere did it all on their own. So use your friends, your community, your family, and your resources.
As entrepreneurs, as you are watching other entrepreneurs around you and doing things in their businesses, do you guys ever get discouraged about where you are and where you want to be? And then what do you do in that time? Because I feel like I'm in that place now, and I try to stay focused, but sometimes I'm just like, damn it, I'm not where I want to be. And sometimes it's like, you just don't know what to do. So what do you guys do? Do you feel like that, and what do you do when you feel like that?
Yes.
Who makes you feel the best in the world?
I want to say me, but I don't know if that's complete.
Well, mine used to be my grandma. And my grandma never really had any good advice. She just knew how to make me laugh. And sometimes you don't need to focus on what you're not doing right or how you can be better, because there's always going to be someone better than you. And there's always going to be somewhere that you wish you could be now faster. So rather than focusing on that, I would say continue to do what you do, have your goals, try to have a timeline, but turn to someone who just makes you feel good when you feel like that, because we all have emotions, and I don't care who you are. We all get there a lot.
So I had a question I wanted to ask. If you could talk a little bit about the journey, like how did you go from conception to where you are now?
Time. It takes time to build. People can give you an answer of how it worked for them, how this person lost weight, how this person met the love of their life, It's all so different, and building a business is really no different. You don't know how it's going to work for you. I didn't know that it would turn into reputation management. When I started, I thought I was going to build websites. I thought I was going to, do marketing videos and some things like that. So how it became what it became is how many businesses grow, and mine was just organic, and that's the most basic way I can put it without hours.
Something. So thank you guys so much. We have about maybe 10 more minutes, so there's some more wine and food, and then we have to get out of here at 8:30 because we got to start cleaning up, and we all want to go home. So thank you so much.